To start off today's video, we're going to be giving away one of the top ranks, the Ascendant rank here on Faction. So if you guys do want to go ahead and enter that, like today's video, subscribe to the channel, comment your IGN down below, and make sure you guys are using my server IP when logging onto the server. The IP is rawbie.mccomplex.com. It does directly support me, and I very much do appreciate it. And once you've completed all those steps, go ahead and watch throughout this video to see all the new changes that are going to be coming here on MC Complex for the brand new Season 25 of Minecraft Factions. So guys, before we get into the changes, actually, I do want to update you guys on what I'm going to be doing throughout the season and what kind of content you guys can expect. So I'm going to be joining the faction Red Rum, which they played last season. I believe they got like top 3 on F-top, maybe number 4. I don't know. They're up there though. They did pretty good. Fangirls and Red Rum is actually merging. And if you guys didn't know from the series that I played in season 24 last season, I was actually a member of Fangirls. And yeah, I didn't really play that much though, which is going to change this season. I'm freeing up more time to play on factions, and I want to make some really good videos for you guys here. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. I'm hoping to post 2 to 3 times per week rather than like once a week. I think I posted on the previous season. So yeah, that is pretty much a plan. It's nice having a faction once on Start of the World. Usually, I don't know, I feel like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't have a faction on Start of the World, but it's definitely a lot more stressful when you don't. But yeah, we're gonna be playing in the faction Red Rum, so that'll be very interesting to see what those guys are about. And yeah, that's pretty much all the changes that I'm gonna be making this season. I was thinking about doing a solo series, but honestly, I do not have the time for that right now, so maybe next season. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get into the map details and everything. So obviously the member limit is going to stay the same at 12 members, same as last season. Roster limit is going to be 36. We're gonna have 10 chunk buffers with unlimited regen walls. Grace period is going to stay the same as always, 1 week long of grace period where you cannot raid anybody or shoot any TNT or creeper eggs or anything like that. But this season we actually have 1 ally enabled, which is super exciting because it might hopefully prevent allying a little bit, because you can actually have a real ally now, if that makes sense. I don't know, it probably won't solve the allying issue, but you never know. But yeah, now you can actually ally a faction rather than just having to verbally ally, if that makes sense. So I think that's a pretty cool change. And now into the bigger changes that are actually going to be happening this season. So the biggest one that I've seen from reading through the changelog is going to be the brand new dynamic economy. Right here it says the sell values of common items such as all crops, mob/fishing drops, ores, and various other items will now fluctuate dynamically based on each item's demand. As items are sold more frequently, their value in the shop will decrease, and conservatively it will increase the price, or increase if they are sold less often. So this is a pretty big change. I saw they did this on Skyblock, which I absolutely love. The Skyblock reset that happened a couple weeks ago. I think that's probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago. But yeah, they added that change on Skyblock, and it seems absolutely amazing. I think it'll really kind of like spice up the gameplay, because you're always going to be having to like change things up. You know, maybe Cactus Farm will be overpowered at the start, and then everybody's going to start doing Cactus, so it's going to become a little bit inflated and it won't be as good anymore. Then it'll switch to like a different kind of farm or something. I don't really know. So we really have no idea what the economy is going to be based off of, which I absolutely love. So we're kind of going to have to figure it out as we go, and it's really going to be research based. Whoever has the greatest knowledge over all this stuff and who can figure out the strategies first is going to come out on top on F-top, obviously, you know, assuming that they don't get raided or anything. But yeah, it's going to make the server a lot more interesting, I think. So I'm super excited for this change. Next up, we have faction TNT banks have been reworked and will no longer let you overfill the TNT bank, and it better supports TNT wands now as well. By the way, guys, most of these changes coming up now are a lot smaller of changes. The big notable change this season is going to be the dynamic economy, which looks like they've been in the works for a while. I mean, this looks like a really big change. It looks like factions will now be able to shift click spawners into containers, which is exciting, because if you guys didn't know, I wonder if I have any spawners in here. No, I don't. I'm on the dev server right now, but you would actually have to drag and drop spawners. If you play factions, you would know. Very annoying. You can't shift click them like into containers like that. You'd actually have to drag them, which is kind of dumb, but I don't know. I guess they fixed it, so that's exciting. And it looks like they've made various improvements / logging to make better detection for not anti-cheats, for like hack clients and stuff. So the anti-cheat looks like it's getting better, which is always exciting, cutting down on all the cheaters, so it makes gameplay more fair. Looks like runic obstruction will now have a cooldown in between procs. Light zone drop rates for dark runes and tomes have been increased slightly. It says here that the dark zone drops such as money / spawners will now scale significantly harder through the map to help keep the dark zone competitive for factions concerned about their eco. Now that is a pretty exciting change. I have a feeling this is kind of similar to the dynamic economy. Basically, is what's going to happen is as the season goes on, they're going to buff dark zone. I believe that's what they're saying there, basically to make it so dark zone is still good. Obviously, you know, after like a couple weeks or maybe even a month, factions get all kinds of spawners, and just dark zone probably isn't worth it anymore. But it looks like like they're going to change that to keep Dark Zone very good as the season goes on, and it'll keep it very competitive. Lots of PvP there, lots of action, everybody wanting to try to grind Dark Zone, so that's exciting. And it also says right here, Dark Zone will drop significantly less P6 godlike armor, which should make this armor more rare overall, and therefore more valuable again. So it's gonna be more valuable. That's exciting. Infinite lava source gen bucket has been removed completely. This is very sad. This is gonna make walls super hard to make. Again, regens, you can't do the infinite regen buckets anymore. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite change right here. Crossbow will now have a 1-second delay between shots. You can't spam your crossbow anymore. Thank you, Mr. Frank over here. Looks like chunk busters will no longer work within the raiding outpost zone. Cactus sell price has been significantly nerfed to push more people into the light zone, dark zone / grinding. That's interesting. So cactus won't be like broken anymore. Increase cannon speed from 0.4 second from 0.5 seconds to encourage more raiding. So it looks like maybe this season will begin some more raids. And as you guys can see here, there's a bunch of miscellaneous change and cannoning / canon server changes. I'm not going to go over the canon server changes. That's not very important. You guys can check this all out for yourself though. It would take a while to go through all this, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't care about / homes being fixed, like super small changes. Yeah, if you guys do want to go ahead and check out the rest of the changes that I did not go over in today's video, make sure to go join MC Complex's Discord. It will be down below in the description. You guys can join and read the change log for yourself. Once again, guys, the server will be releasing on April 20th. That is Saturday at 5 p.m. EST. Make sure to be on, guys. I'm going to be live streaming like probably an hour after the release once I get myself going a little bit. Hopefully, I will see you guys in my live stream and on the server for release.